everybody, welcome to the film festival. My name is Sophie Savatsky. I'm the founder of Real Girls, and I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who submitted their films this year. The second community and I really enjoyed going through all of them and watching them, and we can't wait to see what you guys create for next year. Real Girls is a space where aspiring female and non-binary filmmakers can create and submit their films to a supportive environment, find like-minded peers, and meet inspiring female role models. This was important to me because I found that many film festivals didn't celebrate the visions of young female filmmakers, at least not to this extent. We need a place of our own. My hope as the festival continues to grow is that we create a strong sense of community amidst the Real Girls community where we continue to make films. Now, I will introduce our judges for this category. The judge for today's categories is Peyton Kennedy. Payne is a Canadian actress best known for her role as Betty Nelson on the ABC television drama Grey's Anatomy, as well as Kate on the Netflix show Everything Sucks and Dr. O in Odd Squad.
Hi, I'm actress Peyton Kennedy. You may know me from my Netflix original series Everything Sucks, as well as playing Betty in Grey's Anatomy. And I am a huge supporter of amplifying and emphasizing the voices and the films made by female and non-binary filmmakers, and that is why I am so excited and so incredibly honored to say that I am a judge for this year's Real Girls Film Festival in 2021. I had an incredible time watching all of the work that everyone had submitted. It was seriously such an incredible display of work, and I commend you for making such incredible films, especially within such a crazy year. And I really want to say to everyone watching, anyone who wants to either become a filmmaker or submit next year, or anyone who submitted this year in the past, please keep making your films. You have incredible stories inside you that the world deserves to hear, and I am definitely looking forward to everything that you guys do in the future. Bye!
Now we're going to begin our showcase. After the festival, please be sure to head over to our website and vote for the Audience Choice Award for this category. This will close tomorrow at 12. Also, please tune in to the awards ceremony on April 26th, where we will announce the winners of this category and the Audience Choice Awards along with the runner-up, and along with other awards. Also, please be sure to tune in to our other showcases this week. Now, on to the festival.
I sleep in a room with my mom and sister. I share a house with another family. I can't communicate with my mom because she doesn't speak English, and I don't speak Spanish fluently. My mom and sister, both single mothers, work most of the day while I care for my sister's 3 kids. I close up because if I say one thing to one person, the entire family knows about it. There's no privacy, and every decision that I can make is already made for me. My mom sees everything. I can't sit up in my bunk bed, and I can't even get along with my younger sister. It isn't easy. I feel invisible most of the time, even at school. When I started making this film, I wanted to film other families. I saw how easy it was for them to get along together and hear each other out. They understand each other. They communicate with each other. It looked like they didn't have problems. It's harder for me. Being a teenager and the second youngest daughter to a mother of 6 in a cramped house is hard. When I saw those families, I felt happy. I felt included. But when I got home after filming, it made me question, what do families really look like? These families were all together. I don't want to be so closed. isolated. At home, I mainly stay in my room thinking how life could be different for me. I want my future family to be who they want, not force them to be someone who we envision them to be. I want to be able to communicate with them about how they feel, because that's something my family doesn't practice. I want to work on being vulnerable and open. I now know it doesn't have to be like this forever. You can determine your future. You don't have to be forced or thought for. You have your own mind, and only you can determine what you want.
COVID has unfortunately exacerbated the education gap. Students in low-income neighborhoods and particularly Black and Latino populations have had less access to internet, less access to home devices. The education achievement gap and opportunity gap already is so high, and to actually have that exacerbated is a huge problem. Our country, is supposed to be about equal opportunity. And so by having this gap get even worse is going to really kind of undermine the ideals of our country.
I think in my classes, I had a little under 50% in every synchronized class. I had probably 55% in my asynchronous classes. I had the highest attendance in the school. And that was due to me calling families before. So I was literally the alarm clock for a lot of kids. So not just my advisees, but literally texting kids, are you up? Like, are you at ELA? Like, right? So because parents are still at work, right? My student might be also taking care of their 3 younger siblings while mom's at work. So it's like, they have a lot going on that they need those reminders.
It was very low work and there wasn't as much stress, and it was pretty easy, and they assigned like simpler projects. Everyone had their screens off and they were kind of like not in the mood to participate, and everyone was kind of like lazy and like didn't want to really like speak. Well, there are some teachers that didn't even like host Zooms though, and so it was like really hard to reach them. But the teachers that like did were pretty available.
I don't think I got the same learning experience for sure, because I find it easier to go to school physically, and it's like much easier to understand, especially because I'm a visual learner. And also they kind of reduced like the amount of work, so I don't think it was the same. Like in our school they offered like internet and also like computers if we didn't have one.
They changed the grades from normal grading scale to like pass fail grades, and then we'd have assignments due every Friday every week. The teachers were not super available. They'd have like a time window like one day where you could like reach out to them on like email or like something, but it wouldn't be like super great.
coming from Sacred Heart, I was very fortunate, as we're all teachers, of having the resources available. So students all had access to Wi-Fi, their Chromebooks, materials, constant communication with faculty members, and parent support. I pretty much had, maybe I want to even say, a 98% attendance rate.
I think most of my teachers and classes were super progressive, and we would have gone the same track that we would have in school.
Some teachers especially had some difficulties adapting to Zoom or Google Meets and required some assistance with those platforms. But we didn't have any issues with the basic internet connectivity. Of course, some people cut out, as inevitably it is, but we didn't have major issues with that.
Kids who go to private schools, they really haven't missed a beat. And so maybe their learning went from a 10 to an 8, while the students in poor, historically marginalized communities, their learning has probably gone from a 6 to a 2. And so the lower starting point and the gap is only widened.
We need to act, come up with solutions, and prioritize addressing this gap.
As a little girl, I loved to get dressed up, put makeup on, and wear flashy accessories. The feeling of confidence that comes with the whole ritual of it all is indescribable. As I got older, more comments were made about my appearance. It was very difficult for me to feel confident, let alone beautiful. At first, I had few to almost no brushes and 2 makeup palettes. I tried my best to make makeup looks with the tools I had. Slowly, my collection grew and I continued practicing. I'm a firm believer that makeup is for everyone, especially for me. Whether it's a man or a woman, non-binary or binary, tall or small, thin or big, light or dark, there always seems to be a reason against wearing makeup. Comments like,
"Oh wow, your makeup's not gonna hide all that,"
can be made to discourage and hinder ourselves. Makeup is an art. It can be therapeutic and even uplift the self. There's no sole benefit of makeup. Representation in makeup matters to me, so I'm allowed to view different and even similar people in such a broad industry. I thoroughly enjoy viewing all different types of MUAs to get different perspectives. It allows me to make sure it's inclusive to all. There shouldn't be any limitations brought upon by gender constructs or social norms. Everyone has the freedom to use it for their own reasons, and we are all allowed to make art to empower ourselves. Normalizing the usage of makeup allows various people to not feel ashamed or guilty. And that's the world I dreamt of as a little girl.
Hands.
one small part of the human body. "27 bones. Carpals, metacarpals, phalanges, all there to help you feel, differentiate, connect. When I was a baby, my family took care of me. They threw me birthdays with chocolate cupcakes and took my sister and me on adventures. My sister and I are best friends. We used to sing songs, record videos, and make skits.
Ready, I'll entertain you all. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 9 o'clock! It's 9 o'clock!
I wore a brace most of my early life. My favorite one had Dalmatian puppies playing baseball on it. I also went to therapy as a baby. They would cast up my right hand, forcing me to try to use my left. I don't really remember it. My mom says I didn't develop as fast as other babies, hitting important milestones like crawling, walking, and jumping. But I didn't realize I was different until I went to middle school. Hemiparesis, weakness or the inability to move on one side of the body, making it hard to perform everyday activities like eating or dressing. One-sided weakness in your arms, hands, face, chest, legs, or feet can cause loss of balance, impaired ability to grab objects, difficulty walking, lack of coordination. There were so many things I couldn't do alone. For a long time, I felt like a burden. I needed help with seemingly simple tasks. I was caught between disability and ability. I didn't feel abled, but I didn't feel disabled either. I came to realize that I didn't have to be either or, and began to step out of the binary entirely.
I am from cold, windy nights, where warm cotton pajamas meet enormous mugs of tea. From the sparkly teal tutu, perfectly paired atop stripy stockings, and long-awaited holidays where among the piles of plentiful food and gifts, twinkling lights and joyous carols, there is never a time where you cannot find love. I am from immense resilience and the courage it takes to say what is right, even when no one is listening. I am from caring hands and tender eyes, to put my faith in the universe and trust that in the end I will be okay. I am from the water, cold and crisp, where waves lap against the rocky island shoreline, where seagulls laugh high above me, calling out to one another, and I too call back. I stand here, basking in the warm glow of sun rays, grateful for a loving family and a safe home. I am spending more time than ever with the trees, the dirt, and the sky. In the garden, I will plant a new thought in my brain. Mother Earth knows what she is doing. I want to remember to never take for granted the voices of my friends and the power touch can have on human connection. I want to forget a time where we bathe in tears and our anxiety levels are skyrocketed. I want to look forward to a future where we come out of this crisis with a tenderness and compassion the world has never seen before. I want to dance in the streets, fiddle in hand, singing out to a planet who isn't scared to sing back. I want to forge trails through crowds and embrace my grandparents in a hug long overdue. But for now, I will continue to watch it all unfold through the window, because we cannot afford to take chances. I commit to look out for the people who need it most, and for those undeserving. I want to be brave. I want to see a future where history books write a story in which we were the heroes. I will remember this.
I am not special. In fact, I'm quite flawed. I'm just one in the 7.8 billion people abroad, and yet I want to do something special. I want to do something that matters. But you see, I am not doing enough in my community. I am not the owner of a nonprofit at 15. I am not the teen who you admire on your news screens. I am not smart enough. I do not work hard enough. I am not enough. Because for me, being enough means being perfect. And I am not enough to be perfect. Being perfect is not possible. Perfection is not plausible. And you'll see, if you take a look at the others around you, look around you. There are others who are smart enough. There are others who are working hard enough. There are others who are achieving your goals before you even knew that you wanted to achieve them. Regrets. If only you could go back. If only you could turn the clocks and run them in reverse. You wish that time could just stop. If only I could just believe and just say that I am I'm smart. I'm hardworking. I'm considerate. I am strong in so many ways. So stop being so hard on myself. We are trying our best. Who am I? I am not just enough. I'm perfect. I'm Karen.
This moment is generations in the making. You see, my ancestors were a paragon of hard work, dedication, and creativity. And I express that every day when I roll up my sleeves and put my talents to work. I am a descendant of their brilliance. My culture is the soulful bounce of reggae blues and letting powerful stomps echo truth. It's exploring a bigger world through a small lens and indulging in the company of family and friends. I'm from this rich lineage and more. I am creating my own world for a day. Oh, and never-ending hand games. I am from savory seasonings and food that give my taste buds life. I'm from beautiful sandy beaches and lush green mountains, where I drink tea to alleviate my ailments. My ancestry is filled with trendsetters and goal-getters. I am from the do your best or die trying Samuels family and the Mattis family where nothing is impossible with God. I am from never yield to your giants, and anything worth doing is worth doing well. This culture is me. My name is Divine Mattis, and we will strive for greatness.
Thank you so much. Those films were so amazing. Audience Choice Award is now open, so head over to our website to vote. And see you guys all tomorrow. Thank you.